Ron Atchison for AutoForge.net. In this video review, we're going to be taking a look at the Tuf Shine Tire Coating System. Now, the system consists of the Tuf Shine Tire Cleaner, along with the Tuf Shine Permanent Tire Clearcoat, the Tuf Shine Tire Brush, along with an applicator sponge. Now, the tire cleaner itself is specifically designed to clean tires. This tire cleaner will remove all the browning, all the previously applied dressings, whether they be water-based or silicone-based. Don't be tempted to use some other type of cleaner. Find at your big box store. It's crucial that the tires be squeaky clean, and the only way you're going to get there is use the Tuf Shine Tire Cleaner. Once you've done that, you simply put a coat of the clear coat on there, and the tires are protected for basically as long as you own the car. So let me show you how simple the product is to use. I've got some old weathered tires on this car here, and let's get to it. All right, so here's the tire, and I'm going to be coating. Here's a little tip for you. Park your car up on a old scrap of a 2x4, 2x6, something like that. And what that does for you, it gets the tire up off the ground. It makes it very simple to get underneath here and scrub and put the coating on. Prevents you from having to do part of the tire and then move the car, and do part of the tire and move the car. So just a quick and easy, basically no cost little tip for you there. According to the instructions on the bottle, do not use in direct sunlight or on hot surfaces. So make sure the tire is nice and cool to the touch, your wheel is cool to the touch. Do not allow the product to dry on the wheels or paint. So this car here has got glossed black wheels. So what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to go ahead and put some water on it to get everything wet, so that when the cleaner does contact the wheel, it's going to be diluted right away, and I don't have to worry about it causing any type of staining or anything like that. You really want to be careful with like a polished aluminum wheel. If you allow this product to get on there, it could actually dull down the aluminum, so be conscious of that. Also, it says to do not scrub the tire, dip your brush into a bucket of water, because if you have any silicone-based tire dressings on the sidewall of the tire, when you rinse your brush out in your bucket of water, you're introducing that silicone into that bucket of water, and every time you put the brush back in there to rinse it out, you're going to be putting silicone back onto the brush itself. So the way to do this is very straightforward. You simply spray the product on and you scrub the tire. So initially, the first couple of times that you scrub the tire, and it's probably going to take at least 3 times to get the tire totally clean, each time the foam that's on the tire will become cleaner. And what you're looking for is, after you've sprayed it on, scrubbed the tire, that the foam is nice and clean and white. Once you see that, then you know that you've gotten everything off of the tire, and it's time to let the tire dry to apply the coating. So go ahead and rinse down the wheel. Go ahead and apply the tire cleaner. Put a nice generous amount on there. And you simply start scrubbing. Now this brush is stiff enough that it'll clean the tire good, but it's also soft enough that it actually gets down into all of the lettering and the tread on the sides of the tire and all that kind of stuff. So as you can see with that go around, the old silicone dressing and stuff actually knocked the foam right out of the cleaner. But you can see how dirty the brush got. It's a lot of grime and old tire dressing that it pulled off of there. I don't know if you can see it on the camera or not, but the water on the floor is black. So you do it again. As you can see this time, now that we've got all that old silicone and stuff off, it's actually creating suds. Still pulling black stuff off of there. Make sure you continually rinse your wheel off each time too. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this video through these next couple of scrubbings so that you're not sitting there watching me for 3-minute scrub on a tire, and we'll be back. Alright, this is the 5th and I believe final time. Actually, I probably could have stopped after 4. The foam on the tire was nice and clean and there was hardly anything in the brush, but just for good measure, you see it's really not a lot of work. I'm going to go ahead and do it one last time. But as you can see, the foam is nice and clean and white. Brush is still nice and clean, so that tells me that I've removed everything off of that tire. Now I simply need to just let it dry and we'll move on to putting the tire coating on. Alright, so now that the tires had a chance to dry, we'll go ahead and apply the Tuf Shine Permanent Tire Clearcoat. On the bottom it says it dries to the touch, will not wash off, offers UV protection, it is water-based, no oily mess, no sling off, no solvents, and anti-static, which means dust and dirt's not going to stick to the sidewalls of your tires. It does say on the back to apply to cool tires only. Do not apply in direct sunlight or at temperatures below 50 degrees Fahrenheit. So you want to take the product, shake it up really well. I suggest that you have an old microfiber towel that's been dampened. Since this is a water-based product, should you accidentally get any on your wheel, simply take your microfiber towel and wipe it off. It won't be a problem. Now we've got the product nice and shook up. Go ahead and apply a little bit to the applicator sponge. What I like to do is bury the nozzle of the bottle down into the sponge. Otherwise, it has a tendency to just run off all over the floor. With this product, a little goes a long way. So don't oversaturate your sponge or it'll just run all over the place. And once you've done that, simply apply it to the tire. When it goes on, you can see that it's got kind of a blue haze to it. As it dries, that goes away. You simply work your way around the tire, adding just a little bit at a time, so that you don't end up with it all over the floor and not on your tire. The shape of the sponge makes it very easy to cut in around your wheel. Be sure and work it into the tread on your sidewall, along with all the little details they put in the sidewalls of the tire. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Now, typically one coat will leave you with a satin type finish. If you want a glossier coat, simply add more layers. So after about 10 minutes, you can come back and add a second coating of it to adjust the shine to your preference. So now going forward, there's really no reason to ever use any specialized tire cleaners or anything like that. Typically, the same soap and water that you use to wash the paint will actually clean the tires. Should you have the unfortunate incident where you happen to curb the sidewall of your tire, it's really no big deal. Take a little bit of the cleaner with a brush, scrub that affected area, and simply just put another coat right over the top. There's really no reason that once you've got a nice coating on there and maintained it, to have to go back and do all the scrubbing that I initially did to this tire. That work is done. So it's just that simple. It looks great. Should last months and months and months. After a little bit of time, if it starts to look a little tired, you want to add a little bit more gloss to it, simply wash and dry the tire with your normal car wash soap, add another coat, good to go. So that is Tuf Shine Permanent Tire Clearcoat. Hope you found the video informative. If you did, please like and subscribe. If you'd like to learn any more information on Tuf Shine products, please visit autoforge.net. This is Ron Atchison. Thanks for watching.